Hello everyone. In the language of cinematography, clean shots and dirty shots are two distinct compositional styles. These terms refer to whether or not there are foreground elements that partially block or interact with the main subject of the frame. Today, I want to dive into the fascinating world of the dirty shot. A dirty shot is defined by the presence of foreground elements such as parts of other characters, furniture, or objects that partially obscure the subject or guide the viewer's eye through the frame. Dirty shots are often used to create dramatic tension, add a sense of depth, or convey the atmosphere of a scene. Some of its key characteristics include 1. Enhancing the layering and depth of a frame, making the composition feel more dynamic. 2. Immersing the audience by making them feel as though they're physically present, even voyeuristically peeking into the scene. The most common scenario is that, in a dialogue sequence, a blurred shoulder or part of a character's body may appear in the foreground while the focus remains on the other character's face, commonly called an over-the-shoulder shot, emphasizing the interaction between them. But dirty shot holds a deeper meaning in many films.
I don't understand. You want these people?
In Schindler's List, we see an excellent example of how a dirty shot can enrich a scene's meaning. The setting of villa near a concentration camp forms the background, establishing the stark reality of the environment. The foreground, however, is a window frame, creating a visual metaphor of secrecy and isolation.
These people, my people, I want my people.
Who are you, Moses? Come on, what is this? Oh, where's the money on this? Where's the scam?
As Schindler and Amon discuss their conflicting philosophies, Amon's confusion and frustration are visually reinforced by adding a curtain in the foreground, further emphasizing his sense of being kept in the dark.
It's good business.
Yeah, it's good business in your opinion. Look, you've got to move them. The equipment, everything to Czechoslovakia. Pay for all that and build another camp. Doesn't make any sense.
Look,
look, you're not telling me
it's
something.
good for me. I know them. I'm familiar with them. I don't have to train them.
Something.
It's good for you. I'll compensate you.
Yeah, that's right.
It's good for the army.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know what I'm going to make?
What?
Artillery shells.
Well, everyone's making artillery
Tank shells. They need that. Everybody's happy.
Schindler did not provide a reasonable explanation to convince Amon, and this secret created a divide between them. Through the spatial comparison, it is shown that Schindler is relatively passive, while Amon is relatively active.
Everyone's happy, except me. I mean, you're probably scamming me somehow. If I'm making 100, you've got to be making 3.
When Amon steps out of frame, it symbolizes his attempt to break free from his mental entrapment.
And if you admit to making 3, then it's 4, actually. But how?
I just told you.
No, you did, but you didn't.
Yet, he eventually returns, resigning himself to Schindler's plan. The shifting balance of power is also reflected in how the available screen space changes. Schindler occupies the larger portion of the frame, asserting control.
Yeah, all right, don't tell me. I'll go along with it. It's just irritating, I can't work it out.
Look, all you have to do is tell me what it's worth to you.
Schindler seized the opportunity to break the barrier.
What's a person worth?
No. What's one worth to you?
And under the shadow of this secret, the two reached a deal. Dirty shots often pair well with framed compositions, as seen in Green Book. Here, the use of the fence, door frame, and corridor in the foreground creates a visual boundary around the characters. This setup enhances focus on the main subject while symbolizing the film's deeper themes: racial discrimination, societal constraints, and the courage to break free from those boundaries. The visual framework becomes a metaphor for the characters' struggles to find dignity and freedom, ultimately aligning with the film's title and overarching narrative. So next time you watch a film, pay attention to the use of dirty shots. You might notice how they subtly guide your attention, heighten the drama, and immerse you in the cinematic world.